Well, chaos and confusion here at Assen, as you see. The Honda mechanics are working in the pits and somebody doesn't want us to see that. Well, the jury are meeting currently. They are deciding what to do. It looks they'll probably have a rerun. There's still thunder and lightning here. Quite amazing, the end of the race. In fact, as the bikes came up to the end of the race, Franco Ancini nipped in front of Jack Middleburg. So the final order was Franco Ancini first, second Middleburg, third Sheen, but I don't think that's going to count. Another part of the chaos was they literally ran out of ambulances, so many people fell off, and several riders who didn't look too badly injured were stretchered back. But with that report, back to you, Dickie, in the studio. Well, the riders are preparing themselves on the grid for the restart, Dickie. And in fact, the previous race up to the 6th lap will count, and they're going to add the 2 races together to get an overall winner. Well, that could be a little confusing, but at the moment, the big news is that Kenny Roberts has managed to get his bike going again, will be taking part in the 2nd race, and of course, he won the 1st race, in effect, because he fell off after the 6th lap. Well, there you see them on the grid. There's still dampness around the track. Some riders still deciding what tyres to start on. Barry Sheen is in 3rd place. Must have a very good chance, Dickie, so we'll be watching out for this restart. And back to you in the studio. Well, there's still controversy here at Assen because the start should have first happened at 1:30. Now they said 1:45, and they're still well, not on their bike set. You see Jack Middleburg, the Dutch rider, is actually classified 4th in the first part, still not on his bike. Most of the argument is about whether riders who crashed after the flag was put out should be allowed to restart. Now that affects people like Freddie Spencer, Kenny Roberts, and so on. Now let's just go down the order that was originally the order at the end of 6 laps, which is the way they're going to count this. Kenny Roberts was in the lead at that time. Franco Ancini was in 2nd place. Barry Sheen was 3rd. Jack Middleburg, you see in the picture there, was 4th. Then came Freddie Spencer in 5th place, although he later fell off. 6th was Randy Mamola. 7th was Graham Crosby, although he fell off also. So Roberts has won Argentina and Spain so far. Austria and Italy were run by Ancini. Barry Sheen has had 3 second places, and the only other man to win so far this year has been Michel Fruchki, and he won the French Grand Prix, but that was boycotted by all the leading riders. Well, there you see number 10 on the grid is Franco Ancini. Barry Sheen there, number 7, and in the background is Kenny Roberts on bike number 3. Just 2 minutes to go now before the restart. So we see the 10-second board, perhaps that is, but let's go back now to Dickie Davis in the studio. Yes, Dickie, just 10 seconds now before they are off for the 2nd time in this Dutch 500cc Grand Prix. Barry Sheen pushed his bike a little further back. Ken Fletcher actually ran on and wiped his visor, but now they are off. Let's see who fires first. Barry Sheen's made a superb start. Barry Sheen into the lead. Somebody else coming through very quickly, looked like Middleburg. Barry Sheen made an excellent start, and it is definitely Barry Sheen. There still is a bit of water about. You can see the spray coming off the bikes while they go down towards the little deep corner where they drop down into 1st gear. And it is Barry Sheen, determined now to stamp his mark on the Dutch Grand Prix. But no, coming down on the inside is Jack Middleburg, and Jack takes the corner. Jack Middleburg, jumping Jack in the lead from Barry Sheen. In 3rd place, didn't quite see who that was, but Franco Ancini was in 5th place. A few wobbles there. Andy Hoffman going through the picture. Graham Crosby, I think, is still back in the race, but well down. An extraordinary sight as we see bikes on the motorway above the riders, but Barry Sheen is 2nd place behind Jack Middleburg, the Glazier from Holland, and we'll see the start again, so just watch Barry on bike number 7. Yes, he jumps, throws his leg over the bike and gets an excellent start. Jack Middleburg also came through well. Barry on the red, black and white Yamaha. The OW60 model takes the lead, but he held the lead only briefly, but I suspect that he will be charging hard to get past Jack Middleburg again. This is the 1st lap of the restart. Remember, this race is now 10 laps. 2 races will be added together. There is Middleburg, there is Sheen. Kenny Roberts will be taking a little cautiously after that fall. Middleburg and Sheen have broken away from the rest. Just caught a quick flash of the 3rd and 4th, and it looked like Randy Mamola in 4th place. Randy getting his confidence back after those series of mishaps in previous Grand Prix. And just look how close Jack Middleburg's knee gets to the ground as he takes that right-hander. He knows and respects Barry Sheene as a fierce competitor, and isn't it good to see Barry Sheene so well up again this year? Sheene, after that brilliant ride in Argentina, one of his best ever races, was just pipped to the post there by Kenny Roberts. Randy Mamola, I think I saw it moved up into third place just off the picture. Barry tying a slightly different line there. He's won this race before, knows the track. In fact, he has told me in the past that Assen is his favourite racing circuit. Well, it will definitely be his favourite after today if he can win this one. Coming round for the end of the first 4.77 miles that constitute the first lap. Jack Middleburg on bike number 4. Barry Sheene on bike number 7. Jacks his weight across the bike. Into that tight right-hander. Down to second gear. Accelerates out. Into the chicane. So Jack Middleburg past the new pits complex. The Dutch fans waving and cheering, all 140,000 of them. And they really have pulled away for the rest of the field. Barry Sheene in second place. Now, will Barry try at this first gear corner after the left sweeper to take the lead? Franco Incini looks as if he's moved up to third place. And there is Colt Ballington in fifth. Kenny Roberts, Graham Crosby, and the rest going through the field. Mark Fontana. There is Marco Lucanelli, the world champion. Marco on the 3-cylinder Honda. Doesn't look as if Freddie Spencer took the restart. Ron Haslam just going through the picture on the 4-stroke Honda. Philip Coulon also in there towards the back. Well, Barry Sheene hounding on this second lap. Jumping Jack Middleburg. Definitely the hero of these fans. Well, this is a very nasty section here where they sweep right, left, and then take this sweeping right-hander, the Assen-Broken corner. Now, is Sheene waiting to pounce, or is he going to play a waiting game? Well, the fans are cheering Jack Middleburg, but they are also cheering Barry Sheene. Barry Sheene very popular here. If he keeps it in tight, he might just be able to snap it out of there quickly and get the power down. And Jack Middleburg almost loses it. Barry Sheene definitely on the limit as well. Franco Incini in third place. Well, it looked like Randy Mamola. And Sheene trying again on this second lap. Trying to get past Jack Middleburg, the local hero. Jack Middleburg, the man who has been lent just for this one race of Factory Suzuki, and will Suzuki keep him in the squad? I rather suspect after a performance like this they will. Just pops a little wheelie. Barry pops a little wheelie. Cranks it over right. Watching all the time for those damp patches where if you turn the power on the 125 brake horsepower so too quickly with a twist of the wrist, then you'll be off over the bubble and into the hay bales. But Barry Sheene is too experienced for making a mistake like that, but Jack Middleburg isn't, and Jack Middleburg is down the road. He looks as if he's all right. Jack Middleburg just put the power on too quickly. And oh dear, look at the fans, and they're clapping him. Well, Jack Middleburg made a mistake there, and he's off uninjured, and Barry Sheene into the lead, and there is Barry Sheene as we complete this second lap, swooping through the corners on his Yamaha. And let's look at Jack Middleburg just taking that fall again. Barry hounding him. In slow motion we see Jack on the HB Suzuki. And there, high-sided, it went over the top. The bike just missed him. Jack fell round the road. Barry's on the brakes hard, but fortunately Jack goes away off the track. Well, maybe Jack Middleburg won't get that Suzuki ride after all. So excitement here at the Dutch TT. Barry Sheene in the lead. And with that news, let's go back to you, Dickie Davis, in the studio. Second gear for Barry Sheene. Barry Sheene leading from Franco Incini. Franco Incini keeping a watching brief, but seemingly unable to really challenge Barry. Barry will know from his pit signals exactly where Incini is, just 2 seconds in the van. But will Incini make a late charge? This is lap 7 of the 10 in this second part. And Barry, of course, needs to pull away as much as he can from Incini, because it looks as if they're going to have to add the times together to get a final result. And hopefully Barry's pits are telling him that. And Cheney knows he doesn't have to overtake Barry to win. If he can finish on Barry's back wheel, that's good enough. But it looks as if this time Barry has pulled away a little bit. Graham Crosby in third place, being challenged now by Kenny Roberts. So we've got a Yamaha, Suzuki, 2 more Yamahas, and indeed 3 more Yamahas, because Boot van Dolmen is after Kenny, and Kenny really trying hard to get past Graham Crosby for third place. Graham, the Kiwi, you see his bike patched up because he too took a tumble in the first rain-stopped race. Kenny also took a tumble. I still think there'll be quite a bit of arguing about this afterwards, the fact that riders were allowed to re-continue after they crashed. There'll be a lot of reading of the rule books and maybe the odd protest to the FIM, but at the moment what we're interested in is the action out on the track, not the action in the FIM jury. And it is still Barry Sheene leading from Franco and Cheney. Then this pair, Graham Crosby, the New Zealander, on his Agostini Yamaha. And in fourth place, that is Kenny Roberts on bike number 3, the unique V4 Yamaha. Seven laps completed now. Graham Crosby in third place, crosses the line in front of his friend and rival from America, Kenny Roberts. Fortunately, the rain has held off in the second part. The rain which caused such chaos in the first. And the fans are waving Boot van Dolmen on as he battles with Cork Ballington, the Rhodesian, who became a South African champion. There's Boot van Dolmen. Cork Ballington with the green Meanie 500 Kawasaki. Takes a look behind him. Sees Randy Momola and Mark Fontaine. Then, despite that little incident, Takazumi Katayama is still in 8th place. Through the sweeping tree-line Mandike section again. Up to about 140, 150 miles an hour. Cranking it right through the Ossenbroken corner. Then down towards the Beanslang. Has overtaken Barry Sheene. Oh, what a disappointment for the British fans. And Cheney is first and pulling away from Barry Sheene. I don't know if Barry Sheene had a moment. We didn't see it on camera. But it is definitely Cheney, the new leader. The caption confirms it. Franco and Cheney looking for his third win of the season. Takes another look behind Barry Sheene, pops a wheelie. And a lot of smoke coming from Cheney's bike. Saw a puff of blue smoke. Is Cheney in problems? Well, he's still got his head tucked well under the bubble. Franco and Cheney won 2 Grand Prix already this year. Will this be his third? Well, he takes another hasty look behind him. There is Franco and Cheney. Well, if Franco wins this one, he will indeed be the winner overall. Kenny Roberts with a first, and it looks like a third place. Franco and Cheney will have a first and a second, which will give him the overall victory on points. Franco and Cheney on the bike number 10, the blue Roberto Gallina prepared Suzuki. Gallina certainly knows how to prepare these machines. He produced a world champion before in Marco Lucanelli, and it looks as if he's going to produce another one in Franco and Cheney. But Graham Crosby certainly giving Franco a chase. Franco and Cheney crosses the line and wins it. So Franco and Cheney is the winner. Graham Crosby in second place. Kenny Roberts comes home third. And look at Barry Sheene. Is this Barry Sheene? Can Barry make fourth place? Yes, Barry Sheene just makes fourth place.
Well, in fact, after the 2 races have been added together and the points totals have been added together, Andrew Mannett really did get his sums right eventually, because the winner was Franco and Cheney. In second place was Kenny Roberts, and third was Barry Sheen, although he was fourth in that final race there. The World Championship after 6 rounds. Franco Incini leads now, a clear lead of 3 points over Kenny Roberts.